Hey, welcome back. This is Reformation Church, and this is another unboxing video. My wife brought this in. This was delivered at like 7 in the morning. She says, "What'd you do? Buy some gold bricks?" That's exactly what I bought. So as you can see, I think I'm getting further along in the, or you can hear, I'm getting better at audio. I'm so sorry. I used to be a fast learner. Now I feel like I just can't figure out technical stuff like audio as fast as I should. But hey, leave a like in the comments if you ever bought an Opinel. Probably my favorite. I bought this when I was working on the farm, and Opinel's it's actually French, but this is the nicest knife. It folds down. That's not why we're here, but hey, you're getting reviews within reviews within reviews. So this is a Thomas Nelson gift and reward Bible. So we are always on the hunt for some real nice Bibles to give away for like memberships and stuff. And so we're going to check this baby out. We're going to see, is this what we want to hand out to people when they become members? Or if they're baptized, do we want to do something else? And we're going to check it out. You and me. So here we go. I got reward Bibles and Pew Bibles. So to some of you, you don't want to receive a reward Bible that's been opened and taken out of the plastic, but this is a review. This is kingdom work we're doing here, helping all of you out there. And man, this is just tough plastic. Such high quality plastic. All right, so it's a leather like or whatever. It's there are some leathers that like they feel like leather even though they're not leather. The fake, I got one of the Bibles from, this does not feel real. This feels like pretty stiff, and I mean it's still nice. Would I want to give this to somebody as like their first Bible? Could be, or maybe their first NKJV, because at our church when we do the sermon, I use the NKJV. So a lot of folks that are coming to church say, well, I got to get an NKJV now because I have an ESV or whatever. So I'm not sure what type this is. A lot of times it helps if I just read the cover. 7.5 type. So this is we just did the McLaren, which is 7. So this is a comfort print typeface. So they do want you to be able to read it, even though it's 7. It has a presentation page and it has a 30-day reading plan. I think that's going to be pretty bare bones, but not in a bad way. This is a lower quality paper. You can maybe see it's a little rougher. It has that sort of like grayish hue to it. It's not that like European paper by any means. You can kind of see just in the catching how it catches the light. This is sort of like that mass paperback book type paper. So this could be good because this is a $5 Bible. If you want to give away a lot of Bibles, which I think our churches probably don't give enough Bibles away, this isn't going to be the type of Bible this may be the type of Bible that somebody reads when they've never read the Bible before and they're just diving in for the first time. This probably won't be, I mean, I hope as they grow in the faith, it's not going to be their favorite Bible because it's just not going to be as high quality. But frankly, for a giveaway Bible, for a first-time Bible like this, I like that it has this nice. A lot of times they do paperback and they really make it feel cheap, even though the insides, the paper is cheaper. It feels like a mass paperback on the inside. The outside still has that charm, that nice spine with the Holy Bible on it, and has Holy Bible on the front. So you can't beat a cheap Bible probably for this price, But let you judge. Like you can see, I don't have super fat fingers, but 7 point is definitely readable, especially for younger people. I would probably not give this away to an older person. Anybody over the age of 40, please don't. It's fine. I can read it, but I have to, hold it out here. Now the ark of the Lord was in the country of the Philistines 7 months. So I can definitely read this. And I don't have bad eyesight. It's just that my eyes are I have to focus a little further away now than I used to. Oh, this does have red letter in it. So here's a passage from Matthew, where red letter, words of Jesus. So I feel like this is, and it does have some study notes down in the bottom. These are critical text notes. So I'm not sure I like that as much. That's interesting that the New King James, which doesn't usually focus on critical notes as much, most of these notes are critical text here in the very bottom. So that might be interesting for some of you Bible scholars out there. See if I can get it focused in. I'm actually a little interesting to find critical text notes in a New King James. Let's see if I can. Come on, guys. Let's see. Oh, there you go. I got to get the majority of the screen. Look at this. Isn't that fascinating? That there's critical text notes when it says NU text. That's referring to like a more updated text from the original majority text that the New King James is based on. Now, the translation you can rely on because it's based on the majority text. So if you want a traditional translation, traditional manuscript, that's the source of the King James, the New King James. You want to stay away from ESV. Probably the translation's still reliable. I find it interesting that they made the decision that in this very base Bible, they wanted to include critical text notes. This text omits this, and it's throughout. But interesting. I mean, they have like Targum. They kind of have some critical text notes for the Old Testament too. But some of it's good. The Old Testament, I think the notes are better. They have notes about what the Vulgate says. This is an interesting Bible, I have to tell you, for sure. I don't think I've seen that in any other New King Jameses before. So fascinating. If you are a pastor or a Bible critic and you have any insights about the new Thomas Nelson approach to some of these things, please give me a shout out in the comments. I want to hear. So here is the next. I probably should do a separate boxing video for this, but I'll put a little timestamp in the comments. So this is the Pew Bible that I wanted to buy for the church. Large print edition. Now this is still a cheap Bible. This Bible, there is a funky page in here. One of the pages is already kind of dog-eared. But this is comfortable to read. If somebody at your church were to pick this up at the back of the church, they forgot their Bible, they don't have a Bible, they pick this up, they're able to read. This is large print. So I can tell you it's 11 point. And this is super comfortable, easy to read. If you have an elder also coming up to read scripture, I've had a couple elders pick up the Pew Bible, the back of the church, and it was 7-point, and it was hard to read. So we wanted to get a very basic Bible for the Pew Bible so that people visiting can. Now, I couldn't get away from red letter. So just so you know, it's great. The words of Christ still are in red. It has a more durable binding. So I'm going to take the dust cover off. The dust cover is basically like the box. And so this feels like a really great Pew Bible to have, just on the outside. And it has that, sort of linen look to it on the cover. And I haven't really looked through this. Really is my first time looking at this. I'm kind of excited about it because we're looking at these for the church. Now, if you want a Pew Bible that's a little thinner, like this is a handful, like it's maybe not quite as big as I wanted this color to match our hymnal, because our hymnals are also maroon. But I can kind of imagine giving this away to somebody and it being a legitimate Bible that they could have for a long time. There's not a lot of room to take notes, and they still have, and I'm just noticing this about the NKJV, they still have some of those critical notes in the margins. So this is Mark. You can go look that up and see. Instead of putting cross references like you get in a very baseline study Bible, let's go and look at. All right, so here we are. This is the Psalm we preached this last week, Psalm 88. And, the notes here are a little more normal. Hebrew maskil. So it says that this is a contemplation of Haman, the Ezrahite, which is a maskil. So easy to read. There's plenty of room for light notes. If you're not a heavy note taker, this could be good. But just a very solid Pew Bible. I mean, I can imagine reading through this pretty easily if you're a kid or, an adult. So, the large print Holy Bible, and in some ways it's not a lot different than that other one, other than that it's large print. I don't think there are any introductory. Let's see if there's any book introductions. I don't think there's really hardly any introductory material whatsoever in here. Yeah, the Book of Lamentations, and just gets going right away. So no nonsense, no frills. There are, like 3 or 4 maps in the back, so you have something to refer back to, not color. That's not necessary. Actually, this actually strikes me as a really great compromise. I really like this, the 30 Days of Jesus. It's just another presentation of the life of Jesus. So sort of from a chronological perspective. 1-year reading plan. I've seen that before. That's nice. So they don't sacrifice like some very basic. They want you to know the life of Jesus. They want you to, to kind of get a sequential experience with walking through his life. And this is definitely the kind of Bible. I know that some people, they're like, there's a Pew Bible there. If you want a Bible, take that home. Easily replaceable. I got this literally overnight. So I'm pretty thrilled we got 5 of these, and I think I'm going to keep them. I don't think we're going to return them, and we may expand on them. And we don't have a church. We have a church place where we meet, but we don't have our own personal building yet. So excuse me. So we have some Bibles available, but mostly people bring their own Bibles anyway, so it's not a problem. All right. Thanks, guys. God bless you. We'll see you next time.